Headlines shot out at us last week, and those headlines read this: New Zealand Muslim teenager threatens jihad murders of non-Muslims. Now, we're not talking about that nasty little, whatever you want to call them, who stabbed those people in the supermarket out of Newland. We're talking about another teenager. So where did this young man learn about Islam? What is taught at his mosque? Does anyone know? Does anyone care? Why isn't his mosque being investigated? This Auckland teenager in court charged with threatening to kill non-Muslims was reported by John Weeks to the New Zealand Herald September the 9th this year. A teenager has appeared in court charged with threatening to kill non-Muslims. The 19-year-old appeared by audio-visual link at North Shore District Court 1 week after terrorists went on a stabbing frenzy in Newland. He was charged with threatening to kill members of the Auckland community between July the 13th and September the 7th. He also faced 2 charges of supplying and distributing objectionable publication on August the 5th. Defence counsel Peter Siddle argued for name suppression, saying the man or his family could become targets of vitriol or threats. How embarrassing. This really is serious stuff, but how embarrassing for the naive, polyannerish PM Jacinda Ardern when Muslims act like Muslims and conduct jihad, their canonically required duty and a duty incumbent upon all Muslims. Now, definition of Dictionary of Islam: jihad is a religious war with those who are unbelievers, or kafir, in the mission of Muhammad. It is an incumbent religious duty established in the Quran and in the traditions as a divine institution enjoined special for the purposed advancement of Islam and repelling evils from Muslims. Now, in the Muslim community, the holy war is a religious duty because of the universalism of the Muslim mission and the obligation to convert everybody to Islam either by persuasion or by force or by death. The other religious groups did not have that universal mission, and the holy war was not a religious duty for them, save only for purpose of defence. Islam is under obligation to gain power over other nations using whatever force and cunning and fear that they can muster. Those residents of Glen Innes would know the local family who operate businesses in the town centre, a lovely family who were once of Muslim faith and from Tehran. Today, he and his family were worshippers within the Christian faith. I asked him why and how did he convert from Islam to Christianity. His answer: Islam is a religion based on hate and revenge, and it is not geared to truly help its fellow members when they themselves need assistance. A dangerous, a selfish, and a religion only offering a way of life embracing and hiding the inborn hatred for anyone not of the Muslim faith. He went on to explain he had to get his family out of Tehran, and not one Muslim would help or assist in any way to help this Muslim, frightened and threatened family. It was then explained they were taken under the shadow of the forbidden Christian groups who put their own lives on the line to save this frightened Muslim family with his wife and 3 children. The love, respect and concern by this family shown by these Christians was of such power, something never before in the Muslim experience. They converted to Christianity without hesitation at the first opportunity they had. Now let's get back to this Muslim member, this teenager, this Muslim member that has been before the New Zealand courts as just another threat of violence by one of a tiny minority of extremists. Most New Zealanders are unaware that our security and police services have more than 200 such Muslim extremists under constant watch and or surveillance. These New Zealand Muslim teenagers are being indoctrinated here somewhere in New Zealand and obviously being taught that jihad murders of non-Muslims is certainly a pathway to a Muslim heaven. This person who's been in front of the court, is his family being investigated? Is his imam or priest, his mosque? They will never be controlled, you know. Thousands, if not millions of them, have immigrated to 27 non-Muslim countries for a reason. But you'd have to know about prophecy and that their purpose is during the 7-year tribulation period to know what their real reason is. And speak to anyone from Britain who have seen those suburbs. Certain suburbs in their bigger cities and towns have been taken over by Muslim, and what they do is they buy one property, particularly, shall we say, a row of shops. They'll buy one property at one end, they'll buy the property at the other end of the row, and then they'll start slowly buying up all the other properties in between. And this tentacle grows and grows and grows. And before you know where you are, you actually have an area that becomes very much close to a no-go area. Even the police don't like going into that area. That is what these people do. This is what their plans are, is to take over. Don't listen to the bullshit of Jacinda Ardern when she puts a little scarf on. These people are devious and they have a plan, and don't ever forget it.